1. Aandhi, 1975. Aandhi, translation Storm, is a 1975 Indian political drama film starring Sanjeev Kumar and Suchitra Sen, and directed by Gulzar. At the time it was alleged that the film was based on the life of the then Prime Minister Indira Gandhi and her relationship with her estranged husband, but in reality, only the look was inspired by the politician Tarkeshvari Sinha and Indira Gandhi. The story is based on a chance meeting of an estranged couple after several years, when wife Aarti Devi, now a leading politician, happens to stay in the hotel run by her husband during an election campaign. The movie was not allowed a full proper release when Mrs. Gandhi was in power. The film was banned during the national emergency of 1975, a few months after its release. This film was banned on the alleged grounds of violation of the Model Election Code of Conduct, claiming it can cause damage to the reputation of the Congress Party. So Election Commission stopped the film from releasing. The ban got further added with the declaration of national emergency. The ban immediately made the film a national topic. After her defeat in the 1977 national elections, the ruling Janata Party cleared it and had it premiered on the state-run television channel. It proved to be an important film in the career of Sen and also her last Hindi film, as she retired from films altogether in 1978. At the 23rd Filmfare Award she was nominated for Filmfare Award for Best Actress, while Sanjeev Kumar won the Filmfare Award for Best Actor. The film itself won the Filmfare Award for Best Film. Critics. 2. Kissa Kursee Kaa, 1977. Kissa Kursee Kaa, translation Tale of Throne, is a 1977 Indian Hindi-language political satire film directed by Amrit Nahata, who was a member of Indian Parliament, and produced by Badri Prasad Joshi. The film was a satire on the politics of Indira Gandhi and her son Sanjay Gandhi, and was banned by the Indian government during the emergency period, and all prints were confiscated. Music of the film was composed by Jadev Varma. A political spoof, the film was banned by the Congress government for lampooning the emergency. The master prints and all copies was lifted from the censor board office and burned by Sanjay Gandhi supporters. The only surviving print was made available on its TV telecast on Zee TV. The movie was later remade with a different cast. 3. Bandit Queen, 1994. Bandit Queen is a 1994 Indian Hindi-language biographical action-adventure film based on the life of Phulan Devi as covered in the book India's Bandit Queen, the true story of Phulan Devi by the Indian author Mala Senator. The film won the National Film Award for Best Feature Film in Hindi, Filmfare Critics Award for Best Movie and Best Direction for that year. The film was premiered in the Director's Fortnight section of the 1994 Cannes Film Festival, and was screened at the Edinburgh Film Festival. The film was selected as the Indian entry for the Best Foreign Language Film at the 67th Academy Awards, but was not accepted as a nominee. In India the film grossed 206.7 million rupees, $5,833,545. In the United States and Canada the film grossed $399,748, $14,164,271 Indian rupees. Combined the film grossed approximately 221 million rupees, $6.23 million, worldwide. This was banned by the Indian authorities due to its graphic scenes of sex and violence. It also incurred the wrath of its own subject, Phulan Devi, who objected to the fact that she hadn't been invited to see the film. Devi claimed it was riddled with inaccuracies. The film became banned due to its content. It was later re-released theatrically, and the CBFC cut out about 2 minutes of profanity and shortened all rape scenes for an adults rating in 1995. 17 minutes was cut for a rating for television. 4. Fire, 1996. Fire is a 1996 Indo-Canadian erotic romantic drama film written and directed by Deepa Mehta, starring Shabana Azmi and Nandita Das. It is the first installment of Mehta's Elements trilogy. It is succeeded by Earth 1998 and Water 2005. The film is loosely based on Ismat Chuftai's 1942 story, Lihaf, the Quilt. Fire is one of the first mainstream Bollywood films to explicitly show homosexual relations, and the first to feature a lesbian relationship. After its 1998 release in India, activists staged several protests, setting off a flurry of public dialogue around issues such as homosexuality and freedom of speech. 5. Kama Sutra, A Tale of Love, 1996. Kama Sutra, A Tale of Love is a 1996 Indian historical erotic romance film co-written, co-produced, and directed by Meera Nair. The first portion of the film is based on Uttran, Hand-Me-Downs, a short story in Urdu by the Indian writer Wajida Thabasum. The film takes its title from the ancient Indian text the Kama Sutra. Declan Quinn won the 1998 Independent Spirit Award for Best Cinematography for his work in the film. Kama Sutra was nominated for the Golden Seashell Award at the 1996 San Sebastian International Film Festival and was screened at the Cannes Film Festival. The film generated controversy at the time of its release and was banned in India due to its erotic theme and sexual content. the director Meera Nair suffered approximately 2 years bringing the film from censorship to lawsuits, and to the highest court due to the film's sexual content. The CBFC Central Board of Film Certification banned the film before being passed with an A18+ certificate in 1997, with small cuts to nudity made and all sex scenes reduced. After cuts were made to the English language version, all Indian dubbed versions have this cut version, and no further cuts were made. The film was released theatrically in India in February 1998. It remains cut in India, but uncut worldwide. 6. The Pink Mirror 2003. The Pink Mirror, titled Gulabi Aina in India, is an Indian film drama produced and directed by Sridhar Rangayan. It is said to be the first Indian film to comprehensively focus on Indian transsexuals, with the entire story revolving around 2 transsexuals and a gay teenager's attempts to seduce a man, Samir Rufi Bakal. The film explores the taboo subject of transsexuals in India, which is still much misunderstood and ridiculed. In 2003, the Central Board of Film Certification banned this film. The censor board cited that the film was vulgar and offensive. The filmmaker appealed twice, again unsuccessfully. The film still remains banned in India but was screened at numerous festivals all over the world and won awards. The critics have applauded it for its sensitive and touching portrayal of marginalized community. India's foremost gay activist Ashok Rao Kavi says in his review, "The wonder is that it was not made before. The reality is that it is here now." India's leading newspaper The Indian Express wrote, "This is more than just the peeping into the closet that Rangayan intended. It's almost throwing the doors wide open for the world to look in." The film has received tremendous support and critical acclaim from reviewers, festival directors, and global audiences. It was screened at more than 70 international film festivals and won a couple of awards. The film is also used as part of university archives and libraries as resource material in academic courses. Since The Pink Mirror, its director, Sridhar Rangayan, has made 5 more films dealing with gay and transgender people. Yours Emotionally 2006 is a film about a passionate love story between a British Asian from UK and a small-town Indian youth. The film received good reviews for its bold and groundbreaking narrative. It has been released on DVD by Waterbearer Films. 68 Pages 2007 is a film about the lives of 5 people who fight all odds to survive. It is about stigma and discrimination faced by HIV+ people, a transsexual bar dancer, a commercial sex worker, a gay couple, a heterosexual ID user, and a municipality sweeper. The film derives its name from 68 pages of a counselor's diary. This film had its world premiere at the International Film Festival of Kerala IFFK 2007 in December 2007. Purple Skies is a 2014 movie directed by Sridhar Rangayan and produced by Public Service Broadcasting Trust and Solaris Pictures. It documents the opinions of lesbians, bisexuals, and trans men in India. It was broadcast on Doordarshan in 2015. Breaking Free is a 2015 film directed by Sridhar Rangayan and produced by Solaris Pictures. In this documentary, filmmaker and gay activist Sridhar Rangayan embarks on a personal journey to expose the human rights violations faced by the LGBTQ community in India due to a draconian law Section 377 and homophobic social mores of a patriarchal society. The film was selected to be part of the Indian Panorama, non-fiction, and screened at International Film Festival of India in 2015. It won the Rajat Kamal National Award for Best Editing, Non-Fiction, in 2016 for its editors Praveen Anger and Sridhar Rangayan. It also won the Barbara Giddings Human Rights Award at QFLIX Philadelphia in 2016. Evening Shadows, 2018, is a movie set in South India and Mumbai. Evening Shadows is a tender, heartwarming story about a mother-son bond that has to withstand the ravages of time, distance, and truths. 7. Paanch 2003. Paanch, translation. 5, is a 2003 Indian crime thriller film written and directed by Anurag Kashyap in his directing debut, starring K. Menon, Aditya Srivastava, Vijay Morcha, Joy Fernandez, and Tejaswini Kolhapure. The film is loosely based on the 1976-77 Joshi Abhyamkar serial murders in Pune. Paanch never got a theatrical or home video release. The Central Board of Film Certification objected to the film's violence, depiction of drug abuse, and bad language. After some cuts, the film was cleared in 2001, but despite the director's protests, it wasn't approved for release. The story was deemed too disturbing for the general public and the production lacked the budget for reshoots. Paanch was later made available through torrent websites and screened at several film festivals after being released as web series. Paanch was screened at Filmfest Hamburg in 2003, Asian Cinefan Festival of Asian and Arab Cinema as closing film in 2005, Indian Film Festival of Los Angeles in 2006, and at Jagran Film Festival in 2016. 8. Black Friday 2004. Black Friday is a 2004 Indian Hindi-language crime film written and directed by Anurag Kashyap. Based on Black Friday, the true story of the Bombay bomb blasts, a book by Hussain Zaidi about the 1993 Bombay bombings. It chronicles the events that led to the blasts and the subsequent police investigation. Produced by Arindam Mitra of Midday, the film stars Pawan Malhotra, K. Menon, Adifir Shrivastava, Kishore Kadam and Zakir Hussain. Black Friday premiered at the 2004 Locarno International Film Festival and was supposed to be released the same year in India. However, after a petition filed by a group accused of the 1993 bomb blasts challenging the film's release, the Bombay High Court issued a stay. Until judgment was delivered on the case, it could not be released. On February 9, 2007, after the verdict was announced, the Supreme Court of India allowed its release. The film received critical acclaim. It won the Grand Jury Prize at the Indian Film Festival of Los Angeles and was a nominee for the Golden Leopard Award at the Locarno International Film Festival. Made on a production budget of 6.5 Indian rupees crore, $810,000, it grossed a total of 8 Indian rupees crore, $1.0 million at the box office. 9. Hava Ane Day, Let the Wind Blow, 2004. Hava Ane Day, English, Let the Wind Blow, is a 2004 Indian Hindi-language drama film written and directed by Partho Sengupta. It stars Aniket Vishwasrao, Nishakant Kamat, Thanishta Chatterjee and Rajashri Thakur in the lead roles. The film was shot on location in the northern suburbs, Vikhroli and Andheri east, of Mumbai, India in October-November 2003 with a mixed crew composed of French and Indian technicians. It is an Indo-French co-production between Santocha Productions Paris and Mystique Media Ltd Mumbai and Independent Movies Ltd Mumbai. It was also funded partly by the Fonds Sud of the French Foreign Ministry and the French Cultural Ministry. It was post-produced partly in Mumbai and Paris. It premiered at the Berlinale, Berlin International Film Festival, in 2004 and won awards at other important international film festivals. Hava Ane Day is part of the Global Film Initiative's Global Lens 2008 film lineup of 10 award-winning narrative, feature films from Argentina, China, Croatia, India, Indonesia, Iran, Lebanon, Philippines, and South Africa. Global Lens 2008, its 5th year, premiered at the Museum of Modern Art, MoMA, New York City in January, before embarking on a year-long tour of over 30 cities across the United States. The Indian Film Censor Board refused to give it a release certificate without a long list of sound and picture cuts reducing about 20 minutes of the film. The director refused to accept the censor decision, as it would destroy the film with the abrupt cuts and sound mutes. It was never released in India. The film was never officially screened in India as it was pulled out at the last minute, despite the selection by the festival, from the Cinefan Film Festival in New Delhi in 2005 by the censors. Indian filmmakers, artists, writers opposed to censorship continue to fight for the freedom to express themselves. 10. Parzania 2005. Parzania, translation, Heaven and Hell on Earth, is a 2007 Indian drama film co-written and directed by Rahul Dalakia. David N. Donahue is the other co-writer. The film featured Naseeruddin Shah and Sarika in the lead roles, while Karan Nemik and Raj Juchi played supporting roles. Made on a budget of $700,000, the film was shot in Ahmedabad and Hyderabad. The film is inspired by the true story of a 10-year-old Parsi boy, Azam Modi, represented in the film as the character Parzan Pithawala, who disappeared after the February 28, 2002 Gulbarg Society massacre, during which 69 people were killed and which was one of many events in the communal riots in Gujarat in 2002. The film traces the journey of the Pithawala family while trying to locate their missing son. The film was premiered at 36th India International Film Festival in Goa on November 26, 2005 before being released nationwide on 26 January 2007. It won National Film Award in 2007 for Best Director Rahul Dalakia and Best Actress to Sarika. Because the film was about communal riots in Gujarat, the film was purposefully not released there as the cinema owners refused to screen it fearing backlash. After an initiative by Anhad, a civil rights group, the film was screened at some places in the state after April 2007. 11. Water, 2005. Water is a 2005 drama film written and directed by Deepa Mehta, with screenplay by Anurag Kashyap. It is set in 1938 and explores the lives of widows at an ashram in Varanasi, India. The film is also the third and final installment of Mehta's Elements trilogy. It was preceded by Fire 1996 and Earth 1998. Author Bapsi Sidhwa wrote the 2006 novel based upon the film, Water, a novel, published by Milkweed Press. Sidhwa's earlier novel Cracking India was the basis for Earth, the second film in the trilogy. Water is a dark introspect into the tales of rural Indian widows in the 1940s and covers controversial subjects such as child marriage, misogyny, and ostracism. The film premiered at the 2005 Toronto International Film Festival, where it was honored with the opening night gala, and was released across Canada in November of that year. After several controversies surrounding the film in India, the Indian censor boards cleared the film with a U certificate. It was released in India on March 9, 2007. The film stars Seema Biswas, Lisa Ray, John Abraham and Sarala Karyawasam in pivotal roles and Manorama, Kulbhushan Kharbanda, Vahida Rahman, Raghuvir Yadav and Vinay Pathak in supporting roles. Featured songs for the film were composed by A.R. Rahman with lyrics by Sukhwinder Singh and Rakib Alam. After Rahman quit the film following nationwide controversy, the background score was composed by Mikkel Dana, although the songs which Rahman had composed before opting out were retained. 12. Since 2005. Sins is a 2005 English-language Indian drama film directed and produced by Vinod Pandey. It stars Shaini Ahuja and Seema Ramani. The film is based on a news story that Pandey read in 1988 about a Kerala priest sentenced to death on sexual harassment and murder charges. The film depicts the unconventional passionate affair of a young girl with an older priest. Deciding to keep their love story confidential, things take such a twist that their love story takes a perpetual transformation into a story marked by jealousy, hatred, and treachery. The film has a few controversial topless scenes, as a result of which it received an A certificate from the Censor Board of India. The film depicting a Catholic priest romantically involved with a young woman was protested against by those that felt it was a negative portrayal of Catholicism and indecent. Catholic Secular Forum filed a public interest litigation to stall its release, but court cleared the film. Released on February 25, 2005 on 50 screens, the film was commercially unsuccessful. 13. Firaaq 2008. Firaaq, English, Separation, is a 2008 Indian Hindi-language drama film written and directed by Nandita Das. It is set 1 month after the 2002 violence in Gujarat, India, and looks at the aftermath in its effects on the lives of everyday people. It claims to be based on 1,000 true stories. Firaaq means both separation and quest in Arabic. The film is the directorial debut of actress Nandita Das and stars Naseeruddin Shah, Deepti Naval, Nawazuddin Siddiqui, Inamal Haq, Nasser, Paresh Rawal, Sanjay Suri, Raghubir Yadav, Shayana Goswami, Amruta Subhash and Tiska Chopra. The film has largely been well received locally and internationally. Firaaq won 3 awards at the Asian Festival of First Films in Singapore in December 2008, the special prize at the International Thessaloniki Film Festival, and an award at the Kara Film Festival in Pakistan. It won 2 National Film Awards at 56th National Film Awards. The film was banned in Gujarat owing to the communally sensitive subject of the film. 14. Muttrupulliyaa 2009. Muttrupulliyaa is a Sri Lankan film about 4 individuals of Tamil descent living in Sri Lanka after the end of the Sri Lankan Civil War in 2009. This is the first film from Sri Lanka to describe this period. The story of Muttrupulliyaa is told through a former female Tamil tiger rebel living in Jaffna with her 3 children and her husband missing after he surrendered to the Sri Lankan army, a historian living in the Vani, an environmental activist from Colombo and a young journalist from Chennai who travels to Sri Lanka. The production team had to shoot undercover in Sri Lanka, hiding their real identities because of the risks. Despite these precautions, some of the film team were arrested or forced into hiding. Muttrupulliyaa premiered at the Jaffna Film Festival. Muttrupulliyaa was allowed to be screened in Sri Lanka and was approved by the Public Performance Board of Sri Lanka. The Muttrupulliyaa was banned in India by the censor board as it would damage Indo-Sri Lanka relations. The ban was later lifted by the Film Certification Appellate Tribunal. However, the filmmaker had to morph the Liberation Tigers of Tamil Eelam flags, cut out photographs of its slain leaders and state that the film was a work of fiction inspired by real events. 15. Gandu 2010. Gandu is a 2010 Indian erotic black and white art drama film directed by Kaushik Mukherjee. It features Anubrata Basu, Joyraj Bhattacharjee, Kamlika Banerjee, Silajit Majumdar, and Rhys Sen in the lead roles. The film's music is by the alternative rock band 5 Little Indians. Gandu previewed at Yale University before making its international premiere on October 29, 2010 at the 2010 South Asian International Film Festival in New York City. Gandu was an official selection at the 2011 Berlin International Film Festival and was also screened at the Slamdance Film Festival. Gandu has received mainly positive reviews from critics. John Reese called it a stunning visual and narrative feast, while Variety said it is a happily transgressive rhyme-fueled romp. Gandu has caused some controversy because of language and scenes of nudity and sex. Many audiences left during the sex scenes. Because of the controversy, the film did not have its first public screening in India until 2012 at the Ashen Film Festival. The main star Anubrata Basu is shown with his penis fully erect in a sex scene with Rhys Sen. 16. Inshallah Football, 2010. Inshallah Football is a documentary film by Ashwin Kumar about an aspiring footballer who was denied the right to travel abroad on the pretext that his father was a militant in the 1990s. The film was completed in 2010 and has faced difficulties getting released in India. The film's first screening in India at the India Habitat Centre received this review from Tehelka magazine. Kumar's camera catches the irony of Kashmir's physical beauty, the claustrophobia of militarization, the dread and hopelessness of children born into war, and the nuances of relationships. It also filters the inherent joie de vivre of youth, even if that flows uneasily with Kashmir's collective memory of unmitigated grief. There is no better way to understand Kashmir right now. The film was shot by Kumar himself using 5 different camera formats. There is a rough, almost unpolished feel to Inshallah football. The narrative runs unfettered, with an energy of its own, says Tehelka. We shot with 5 different cameras, from DSLRs to the best equipment. The idea was to watch life unfold and get under the skin of the audience, adds Kumar. This film has faced considerable difficulties in getting the necessary censor certificate, without which it cannot be shown publicly in India. The main stumbling block appears to be the content of the film itself, since it deals with the sensitive and highly political subject of how the Indian armed forces have conducted themselves in Kashmir. The award of an adult certificate for a documentary is very unusual, since an adult certificate is normally awarded to feature films that include graphic violence and nudity. Such films can be shown only to audiences over the age of 18, and most movie theaters in India will not ordinarily agree to screen such films since it is very difficult for them to make money in the circumstances. The explanation for awarding Inshallah football was that the film has characters talking about graphic details of physical and mental torture they had to undergo. The theme of the film is mature, and some dialogues can be psychologically damaging for non-adult audience. 17. Dazed in Doon 2010. Dazed in Doon is a 2010 film written and directed by Ashwin Kumar, who was invited by the Doon School, Kumar's alma mater, to create a fictional film set in the school to mark the school's 75th Founders Day in 2010. It has since become controversial, as after the initial screening during the occasion, the school authorities moved to suppress the distribution of the film on the grounds that it doesn't give the school a good name, referring to the scenes of bullying depicted in the film. The film runs to 55 minutes and was made in just 4 months, from the start of pre-production on June 20, 2010 to the first screening on October 23, 2010. An international crew contributed to the making of the film. Post-production was completed in Goa, editing, Italy, picture color correction, and London, sound mixing, with Kumar simultaneously completing post-production on Inshallah football. The present controversy between Kumar and the school authorities has the school complaining that the film does not conform with a version alleged to have been shown to the headmaster before its presentation at the school, and Kumar asserting that the school should have asked for changes at the time the script was being drafted in close consultation with the school's representative, Ratna Padak Shah, over a period of 6 months, since January 2010. The script had been submitted and approved, and funding was approved before shooting commenced. As a consequence of this controversy, the school authorities have obtained an injunction from the district court in Dehradun to stop the film's release, and the dispute between director and school continues unabated. The film was originally shown to about 3,000 people who attended Doon's 75th anniversary celebrations in October 2010. While it received a standing ovation from some, it also received an adverse reaction from a segment of the alumni community, which appears to have resulted in the school abruptly withdrawing the sale of the film's DVDs and banning any further screening or even discussion of the film among the students. 18. Mushrooms 2011. Chhatrak, English, Mushrooms, is a 2011 Indian Bengali erotic drama film directed by Sri Lankan director Vimukthi Jayasundara. It was screened at several film festivals worldwide, including the Directors' Fortnight at the 2011 Cannes Film Festival and the Pacific Meridian Film Festival in Vladivostok, Russia. It has not received a theatrical release. A scene in Chhatrak with explicit frontal nudity caused uproar in India, especially in Kolkata, where the film was mainly shot. A version without the sexually explicit scene was arranged to be shown in the 2011 Kolkata Film Festival. Director Jayasundara admitted that there are several versions of Chhatrak, and some do not contain the sex scene. He also admitted that he was surprised to witness negative feedback due to the inclusion of such sex scene in his film. 19. Unfreedom 2014. Unfreedom, Blemished Light, Hindi title, Dag Ujala, is a 2014 Indian drama film by Raj Amit Kumar which was released in North America on 29 May 2015. Faiz Ahmad Faiz's poem, Ye Dag Dag Ujala, is the inspiration behind the film. The film stars Victor Banerjee, Adil Hussain and Preeti Gupta. The story revolves around a Muslim fundamentalist in New York who kidnaps a liberal Muslim scholar with an intent to kill, while a closeted lesbian in New Delhi kidnaps her bisexual lover with the intent of being together. Then the resulting torture and violence evokes a brutal struggle of identities against unfreedom. In India, the film was refused certification by the examining committee. A revising committee of the censor board proposed cuts to the director, Raj Amit Kumar. He refused and appealed against the censor board's demand for cuts to the Indian government's Information and Broadcasting Appellate Tribunal (FCAT). In response to his appeal, the authorities completely banned the film regardless of cuts. The news of the ban gained widespread coverage in the media. In a video released on April 9, 2015 on YouTube, Raj Amit Kumar states that the censor board should rate or certify a movie, instead of banning and offering cuts. He also said that he would keep sending signed petitions to the Prime Minister and censor board, until there is a real change. The director is seeking support from people who believe in freedom of speech. 20. Chaayam Poosiya Veedu 2015. The Painted House, Malayalam title, Chaayam Poosiya Veedu, is a 2015 Indian Malayalam language independent drama film directed by brothers Santosh and Satish Babusanan in their feature debut. The film stars Neha Mahajan, Khalid Nair, and Akram Muhammad. The film was mainly made in Malayalam and English, but it has official dubbed versions in Hindi and Tamil as Ranjeengar and Vanam Poosiya Veedu respectively. The Babusanan brothers were formerly cinematographers and producers in Mumbai, working for MTV channel V-Star and others. In 1998 they made a short film, Twilight Dream, which was selected to the Split Film Festival in Croatia and the Mumbai International Film Festival. The Painted House was made after a gap of 17 years. The Painted House was initially denied a CBFC certificate as it contains 3 scenes where the female lead is shown naked. The Central Board of Film Certification demanded that the 3 scenes be deleted, but the directors refused to make any alterations or deletions to the film. As a result, the film was banned in India. The makers challenged the CFBC decision in court and the High Court cleared the film with no cuts. The makers posted an announcement regarding the same on the film's official Facebook page on January 29, 2016. The uncut film is available for viewing on YouTube. 21. Mohalla Assi 2015. Mohalla Assi, The Neighborhood of Assi God, is a 2018 Indian Hindi-language satirical drama film starring Sunny Deol and Sakshi Tanwar, and directed by Dr. Chandraprakash Trivedi. The film is loosely based on Dr. Kashi Nath Singh's popular Hindi novel Kissa Kursee Kaa, a satire on the commercialization of the pilgrimage city, and fake gurus who lure the foreign tourists. Assi God is a god in Varanasi, Banaras, on the banks of Ganges River, and the film is based in a famous and historical Mohalla locality by the god, on the southern end of Banaras. Also starring Ravi Kishan and Sakshi Tanwar, the film is set in the post-independence period. Sunny Deol plays the lead role of Sanskrit teacher and an orthodox religious priest, Pundit, while Sakshi Tanwar plays his wife. The story of the film goes through the events in 1990 and 1989, including Ram Janmabhoomi movement and Mundal Commission implementation. On June 30, 2015, the release of Mohalla Assi was stayed by a Delhi court for allegedly hurting religious sentiments. After several delays, Mohalla Assi finally released on November 16, 2018. 22. Angry Indian Goddesses 2015. Angry Indian Goddesses is a 2015 Indian Hindi-language drama film directed by Pan Nalin and produced by Gaurav Dhingra and Pan Nalin under the banner Jungle Book Entertainment. It stars Sanyam Mridul, Thanishta Chatterjee, Sarah Jane Dias, Anushka Manchanda, Amrit Mahara, Rajashri Deshpande, and Pavleen Gujral with Adil Hussain. It was screened in the special presentation section of the 2015 Toronto International Film Festival, where it finished second for the People's Choice Award. The film was released in 2 versions, an international version, and an Indian version. The international version, which was screened at the Toronto International Film Festival, is not censored and does not have an interval, unlike the Indian version. The title sequence was asked to be censored and blurred in its entirety by the Central Board of Film Certification, CBFC, for its Indian release. 23. Love, 2015. Love, pronounced Love, is a 2015 Indian romantic drama film written and directed by Sudhanshu Saria. It stars Dhruv Ganesh and Shiv Pandit as 2 friends who set off to the Western Ghats for a weekend trip and focuses on their complex emotional and sexual relationship. It was Ganesh's final film, as he died from tuberculosis before its release. Love also features Siddharth Menon and Rishabh Chadha in supporting roles. The film's title is a deliberate misspelling of the word love. Love had its world premiere at the 2015 Tallinn Black Nights Film Festival in Estonia. It had its North American premiere at the 2016 South by Southwest Film Festival and premiered in India at the 2016 Mumbai International Film Festival. It was released on Netflix on May 1, 2017. The film was well received by critics and audiences during its international premieres at film festivals. The film won the Audience Award for Best Feature Film at the 2016 Tel Aviv International Film Festival. 24. 50 Shades of Grey 2015. 50 Shades of Grey is a 2015 American erotic romantic drama film directed by Sam Taylor Johnson from a screenplay by Kelly Marcel. The film is based on E. L. James' 2011 novel of the same name and stars Dakota Johnson, Jamie Dornan, Jennifer Ehle and Marcia Gay Harden. It is the first installment in the 50 Shades film series. The story follows Anastasia, Anna, Steele, Johnson, a college graduate, who begins a sadomasochistic relationship with young business magnate Christian Grey, Dornan. 50 Shades of Grey premiered at the 69th Berlin International Film Festival on February 11, 2015, and was released on February 13, 2015 in IMAX formats. Despite receiving generally negative reviews, it was an immediate box office success, breaking numerous box office records and earning $569 million worldwide against a budget of $40 million. The soundtrack album was also successful. The film was scheduled for a February 12, 2015 release in Malaysia, but it was denied a certificate by the Malaysian Film Censorship Board, LPF, for its unnatural and sadistic content. The LPF chairman, Abdul Halim Abdul Hamid, said 50 Shades was more pornography than a movie. The film was also banned in Indonesia, Kenya, Russia's North Caucasus, the United Arab Emirates, UAE, Papua New Guinea, Cambodia, and India. The film was released in Nigeria for a week, before being removed from cinemas by the National Film and Video Censors Board, NFVCB. Studios decided against pursuing a theatrical release in China. The sex scenes were censored after protests from various religious groups in the Philippines, and as a result it is in limited release in that country with an R18 rating from the MTRCB. A similarly cut version was released in Zimbabwe. Roughly 20 minutes were cut from the film for screening in Vietnam, leaving no sex scenes. The scene in which Anna is beaten with a belt is skipped entirely. 50 Shades of Grey grossed $166.2 million in the United States and Canada and $403.5 million in other countries, for a worldwide total of $569.7 million, against a budget of $40 million. It became the third highest grossing film directed by a woman at the time of release, behind Mamma Mia and Kung Fu Panda 2, and at the time of the end of its theatrical run. 25. Lipstick Under My Burkha 2016. Lipstick Under My Burkha is a 2016 Indian Hindi-language black comedy film written and directed by Alankrita Srivastav and produced by Prakash Jha. The movie shows the secret lives of 4 women who are in search of their freedom. Even after facing all the odds and obstacles in their way, they still manage to find their way to claim their desires through small acts of courage. The first trailer was released on October 14, 2016. The film was initially denied a release in India in January 2017 after the country's Central Board of Film Certification, CBFC, refused a certificate, stating that there are contagious, sick, sexual scenes, abusive words, audio pornography and a bit sensitive touch about one particular section of society. The film premiered at the Tokyo and Mumbai Film Festivals where it won the Spirit of Asia Prize and the Oxfam Award for Best Film on Gender Equality. The film received 2 nominations at the 63rd Filmfare Awards including Best Film, Critics, and Best Supporting Actress for Ratna Padak. It won multiple awards: Ottawa Indian Film Festival, London Asian Film Festival, Tokyo International Film Festival, Mumbai Film Festival and New York Indian Film Festival. 26. No Fire Zone 2014. No Fire Zone, in the killing fields of Sri Lanka is an investigative documentary about the final weeks of the Sri Lankan Civil War. The documentary covers the period from September 2008 until the end of the war in 2009, in which thousands of Tamil people were killed by shelling and extrajudicial executions by the Sri Lankan army, including Balachandran Prabhakaran, the 12-year-old son of the slain Liberation Tigers of Tamil Eelam, LTTE, Chief Vellupillai Prabhakaran. The Sri Lankan army has denied the allegations in the documentary. However, on October 21, 2015 the BBC reported that Maxwell Paranagama, a government-appointed Sri Lankan judge, says allegations the army committed war crimes during the long conflict with Tamil Tiger rebels are credible. He went on to say there was evidence to suggest that footage obtained by the Channel 4 documentary No Fire Zone, showing prisoners naked, blindfolded, with arms tied and shot dead by soldiers, was genuine. In March 2013 the documentary was screened by its director, Callum McRae, at the 22nd session of the United Nations Human Rights Council in Geneva. The film was not released in theaters in India as Central Board of Film Certification did not approve it. In response to this attempt at censorship, No Fire Zone was released online for free in India and Malaysia as well as Sri Lanka and Nepal. In November 2014 the musician MIA described No Fire Zone as the only film that gives me faith in journalism. It's not only the most important account of what happened to the Tamils, it's actually become part of the fabric of their history. 27. Porkalathil Oru Poo 2015. Porkalathil Oru Poo, translation Flower on the Battleground, is an unreleased Indian Tamil language film directed by K. Ganeshan. It is based on the life of Isapriya, also known as Lieutenant Colonel Issai Pariya, a journalist and television broadcaster for the rebel liberation tigers of Tamil Elam. It was planned to be released in 2015 but was banned by the censor board as it would damage India-Sri Lanka relations. The filmmakers have said they plan to challenge the ban. On October 8, 2016, Justice T. S. Sivagnanam of the Madras High Court upheld the decision of the Film Certificate Appellate Tribunal's denial for certification of the film. He added that Isapriya's mother and sister also opposed the release of the movie, fearing that it may affect their current life. The music for the film is composed by Ilayaraja. 28. Dharam Yudh Morcha 2016. Dharam Yudh Morcha is a 2016 Indian Punjabi language semi-documentary film directed by Naresh S. Garg about the Dharam Yudh Morcha, a Sikh movement in the Indian state of Punjab, chronicling the history of Punjab from 1947 to 1984, including the Punjabi Suba movement, to create a province for Punjabi speakers, the Anandpur Sahib Resolution and the insurgency in Punjab. It is based on 200+ eyewitness accounts and official documents, with the information gathering and research for the film taking almost 3 years to compile and execute into a story and screenplay, which was finished in July 2015. The film was banned in India. 29. Toofan Singh 2017. Toofan Singh is a 2017 Indian Punjabi language biographical drama film directed by Bagal Singh and starring Ranjit Bawa as the Sikh militant Toofan Singh. Though the Indian Central Board of Film Certification refused to certify and banned the film in 2016, it was released internationally in 2017. 30. Neelam 2017. Neelam, translate Blue, is an unreleased Indian Tamil language drama film directed by Venkatesh Kumar. It is a Tamil film based in the context of the Sri Lankan Civil War and the rise of Tamil rebel groups, including the Tamil Tigers. The film was refused clearance and banned by the Censor Board of India as it on the grounds it would damage ties with Sri Lanka. The film features the song Alai O Alai by M.S. Vishwanathan, which was his last song before his demise.